Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up? The girl, B Sparrow. How y'all doing? I know I've been out of the loop for a minute. It was on purpose, yeah. Y'all know how I get. Y'all know how I get. Y'all know how I get. I just couldn't take all the foolishness. Shalom, K Judah. Just can't take too much foolishness, y'all. I'm a, you know. Shalom, brother Moshe Ben Yahuda. My brothers in the chat room, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I just, been feeling some kind of way on the inside lately. And instead of me talking about it, I talked about it with the Most High. You know, did a lot of talking with the Most High on these 2 weeks I didn't go live. Just been talking to the Most High because, all I can ask him is how much longer, how many more. Shalom, Sister Eve, ate the fruit of life. Shalom to you, all my brothers and my sisters coming up in here today, because that's what we do over here. Yep, clean up crew. Speaking of clean up crew, I finally finished the embroidery song. Let me stop tripping because I listened to Moshe Ben Yahuda's live stream last night. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I was cleaning and cracking up, laughing. I couldn't help it. It was funny to me. I kind of understand, brother. I understand your frustration. I understand. I ain't mad at you. Oh, I listened to it this morning. I listened to all from head to toe, from beginning to end. Sister Makayla on the panel. Brother Ariel. It was a good live stream. It was a good live stream. Y'all provoked my brother. Y'all provoked my brother. How y'all gonna provoke my brother? Hey y'all, I just wanted to get on and just rant a little bit about this Hebrew stuff that's going on in the Hebrews community. The Hebrews fighting against one another, trying to call one another out and doing all this and that and saying all these things about the sisters. It's supposed to be a Hebrew community, a Hebrew movement. I'm so done with. Cause look, I walked to the store the other day, y'all. Shalom, Sister Crystal. I was already pissed off about Joe Crow Biden, the $50 million that he allotted to the Asian community. I'm walking to the store, minding my business. I ain't been out in a minute. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I haven't been walked to the store in about a month. In about a month. Yes, I said it. And so when I walk up to my regular spot, I see a Japanese restaurant in the hood, y'all. That's $50 million that Joe Biden allotted to the Asian community. And that Japanese restaurant popping up in the hood, they just like, shalom, brother Ariel, shalom to you, brother. Salute to you, brother. The live stream last night was great. It was great. I must admit, it was great. It really was. I talked to Sister April, y'all. Y'all know she had surgery. Brace yourself. She and Lady of Leisure supposed to join me a few minutes on the panel. I'm telling y'all to brace yourself. Brace yourself, okay? Don't. Woo! Are you going live tonight? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me find out. But yeah, y'all, and I say this because, a lot of us are just waking up to the truth, you know, realizing that we are Hebrew. But at the same time, so what? I just saw a Japanese restaurant in my neighborhood. And y'all know I live in a predominantly black neighborhood. I just saw a Japanese restaurant in my neighborhood. Hmm. Y'all all on the corners talking about we Hebrew this, we Hebrew that. Then you get on YouTube and cuss another Hebrew out because he don't follow what you follow. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense to me. So you a Hebrew, so what now? What now? I just saw a Japanese restaurant open up in my neighborhood. Is it just me? Am I tripping? A Japanese restaurant, y'all. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Shalom, Sister April. Are you there?
Okay, I can hear now.
Shalom. Shalom, sis. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
How you doing?
I'm doing just great today. I want to thank you for praying for me.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Um, it's just not an easy thing for me to talk about because I can't imagine what I could say to you, or you know what I'm saying.
I
But
understand. Yeah, because I got two friends. They can't even. They're like you. They can't even begin to just imagine
right,
having your breast removed. But you know we have we have to do what we can to continue to live.
yeah,
And unfortunately, this is a some type of family curse on us because uh, breast cancer runs in our family,
mm-hmm,
and so uh, I had three aunts. Let me see, seven first cousins and
mm.
two second cousins, and so it came back a second time for me. So I'm like, no, no. Well, that's I should have had them taken off the first time, but
So what
you
about the
know,
younger women in the family? Or do y'all talk to the younger women in the family about it?
oh yeah, they go get they breasts, they get mammograms um like every year. They know it runs in the family. They know. Some of them have taken the gene test, but that really don't matter if you
Right,
carry the gene or not, because I didn't carry the gene and it still came back for me. So
right.
yeah,
Well, we
yeah,
glad that you back with us.
yeah,
We got it. I prayed for you, girl. I said, Lord, in your
yeah.
hands now.
And
Feel my
I only had little plums and little tomatoes. So uh uh
what you say, Julie? Yes, she did.
yeah, I only had little plums. So I said, well, if I decide to do the reconstruction, I'll get me a new set and the size I want them if I decide to do that. But until then, I'ma just wear some little bras because I only had plums. That's
Right,
why it was always like a big thing. Like, how could I get cancer and I only have little plums? But
right.
it's good.
So does it affect the men in your family?
No, not that
Because
I'm aware of.
men have
Look
breast
right
cancer
over
too.
oh,
Well,
here.
so they say.
Come on.
Where is how is Lady Alicia doing?
She's doing fine. She is doing physical therapy. She finally got a homemaker, and she's
Okay,
still in the wheelchair.
okay.
Till her foot heals.
So
Uh huh.
she's only confined to the wheelchair because she broke her foot.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
so normally she's not in a wheelchair, right?
Right. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I got
Yeah.
the wrong impression. Okay, okay.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. No, you can. It's funny. You could be up one day and down the next. A
Yeah,
simple fall can just destroy you.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. And we had all of that snow,
Y'all
and
had
she fell on that ice and snow. Yeah. So,
wow.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad both of y'all healing. I pray for healing powers and all praises to the Most High Y'all, because
Yes, girl.
in this game. So
Hmm.
I'm thankful for
Yeah.
you and your family and everybody.
What
Yeah.
we get ready to talk about this morning?
Well, girl, my heart is just heavy about. Yeah, well, it still feels like morning. My heart is just heavy about a lot of things that's going on with us in the black community. And I thought about how everyone is getting reparations for something except for us.
Well,
And
yeah.
but I begin to think, April, look at us. Look at how
Yeah.
we're acting. How would the government give us reparations when we don't even have a leader? You know what I'm saying? Every other
No,
community,
no, no. No, no, no. We had a leader. We had Ice Cube that was proposing a package to them.
yeah,
But
you're
but
right.
we had people, you know, everybody wanted to talk about him. We
Yes,
Nobody wanted to follow him.
but
But they sure they
isn't it
sure gave
ironic?
a package to the Asian people.
Exactly. Isn't it ironic how the
Yeah,
Asian community got a $50 million package when
yeah,
Ice Cube was asking for a package for our communities? Black
yeah.
people, black
We
people
talked
went
about
to
him.
him.
Yeah,
Black
we talked
people.
about him like a
Yes.
dog.
And
Well, they did. I didn't because I was for it.
I was for it. We were for it. We talked
Yeah.
about it. We was with Ice Cube. And
Yes.
I was just telling the family, I was walking to the store the other day in my neighborhood, and they just put a brand new Japanese restaurant in my neighborhood.
Girl, like I say, we are our own worst enemy. Instead of us sticking together, we will hate on each other and do everything possible. Crabs in the barrel mentality, and we'll always keep getting left out. I don't care if Ice Cube was a gangster rapper. I don't care
Right,
if his music back in the day did all of that. The man, what he stands for today is what matters. And, you know, and because he went to Trump, and offered it. And basically, what he was trying to do was hijack the election. But we got so many Uncle Tom Negroes because Joe Biden sounds like a Baptist preacher to them. Um, they just love him. I
So
mean, the man has a record. He's got women that have accused him of sexual misconduct. He
yes,
sent all of these people to prison in the 90s. He was so active in locking so many black men up. And, we still want to look at these people like they are shining stars. And, we'll still be getting left out
yep.
until we stop hating on our own people.
Let me ask you
Because,
this. I want to ask you this before you go. I want to ask you this. What do you think about um, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris saying that the United States of this here America is not a racist country?
ah, girl,
Uh,
I laughed when I heard that. Yeah, this is the most racist country, and they emphasize so much on racism that is pathetic.
and the outside
Don't
world,
try to, it's a big problem. They don't want to deal with it because then that way they got to deal with what they did. And that's why they're trying to preach that. Yeah. So they won't look at what Kamala Harris did with locking up black men and Joe
mhm,
Biden. And that's
mhm,
what they want to do. They're sending that message out as a distraction to keep people from knowing who they really are. And they don't give a damn about black people.
right. I don't think so either. Black people don't even give a damn about black people. That's why we're in the
Right.
position we
Yeah.
in right
So,
now.
I could, yeah. And I'm to the point now, like, I can fight for you, but you'll turn around and throw me under the bus.
I have decided to mind my damn business. That's
Mm.
my philosophy from here on out.
Hmm.
I'm telling you.
Because, you know, you can give these Negroes the fact, and like I say, even if you can't give me 40 acres in the mule, give me 10.
Okay?
Give me 10. Give me 10. But we don't ask for nothing. And then when you get a person that was asking for something, you know, y'all talked about them. I don't care about the Al Sharptons anymore, the Jesse Jacksons. This is a new day, new people on the rise. They see all of this BS, and nobody wants to stick to with each other, you know. And it's pathetic. It's girl, I just get so angry when they gave, you know, they started that Asian hate campaign.
Yes. But I told y'all
What?
Vicky Dillon said a week before he gave them that $50 million, Vicky Dillon went live. When they were saying black people were attacking Asians, she went live and she said she know for a fact that the Asians are pointing the hatred towards the black community so that they can get a grant. She
Yeah,
said it. And lo
yeah,
and behold, a week later,
yeah.
Joe Biden allotted $50 million to the Asian community. Now,
And
if he
you
allowed
know what that stems from, right?
what?
Because we have decided we're not going to support them people anymore.
Right. That's what she
We're
said.
starting to get our own hair shops and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So
She
they're
said that.
losing money.
Mm-hmm.
We're not getting ready to send. Well, I never um I've always tried to do black owned. Um, but the thing of it is, I have a friend that she has her own business, and she was she said they've got to hair those Asian people. She
Koreans.
said they've got the hair community, all
Yes.
the distributors and everything. They got they got it on lockdown, girl.
The Koreans, they sure do. They know more about our hair than we do.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, they
crazy.
got it on lockdown. Yeah. So there's a few black people now that are opening up their own hair shops. There are black girls now that are doing nails. They might not be as fast as those Asians, but I will go to them before I give them a dime, a dime.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. I don't know if y'all heard about the two young black girls in Texas. They went into this Korean shop, and the Korean owner said that they were messing with the wigs or whatever and throwing them around. And somehow a fight broke out. The black girl ended up breaking the Asian woman's nose, or something to that effect. Do you know they just got hit in Houston? In Houston, K. Judah.
No,
Do you know they just
and
got
them
charged
Asian
with a hate?
people.
Hold on. They just got charged
Okay.
with a hate crime. They just got charged with a hate crime, girl. The two
Yeah.
young black girls. We need to stay
Mm-hmm.
out of their stores.
Yeah. Yeah.
They calling it a
And,
violent
and
attack.
that's all they did. They doing it for money. And them Asian people have killed blacks in their stores. They have killed blacks in their stores. Black
Uptown
people who
beauty
they thought
supply.
was stealing. They have killed blacks. Yeah. The Asians have done a lot to the blacks. Yeah.
I wouldn't be
They follow
surprised.
you around in the store.
I wouldn't be
They
surprised if the
automatically think
girls were
everybody's a thief.
provoked.
They got all of those cameras in their stores. Yeah.
I wouldn't
So
be
yeah.
surprised if those young girls were provoked.
Yeah, they probably was because now they want to bring the attention so they can get their money. They know what they doing. Yeah. They that's what I'm saying. The, them people got together and figured out a way to get them some money, and they got it. Nobody complained. But when Ice Cube was coming up with a way for us to get money, we were so busy dogging him out, and we got nothing, nothing, and we're gonna still continue to get nothing, nothing, because we hate our own people. We can't even see past the bigger picture. You know, Ice Cube don't represent me, man. Please, okay, whatever. Yeah.
Now, a lot of them, because I saw it from the beginning, see what Ice Cube was trying to do, and a lot of black people walking around here don't even know about the $50 million grant. A lot of black people don't
No,
even know
they
about
don't
the
know.
$50 million that
Yeah,
Joe Crow gave to the Asian community. But
yeah,
Joe
because
Crow, that's what I
because
think that
eh,
Sister Eve, she called him Joe Crow. He Joe Crow. Shalom,
yeah.
BJ, brother Pete. Shalom, brother sister Amina Coleman, and brother CJ Peak the Greek. Shalom,
Hey,
shalom.
hey, DJ Pan, how you doing, my love? How you doing, Pan? Pan, thanks for being concerned about me, but you were in the hospital as well,
What?
right? I
What?
think I think he I saw I got to go through Facebook. I think he was in the hospital.
He's in the YouTube chat room.
Okay. Yeah.
He's in the YouTube chat room.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just amazing. I'm tired of a lot of us have been woken up,
Yeah.
to the fact that we are Hebrew. And I just begin to wonder and ask the Lord, well, what does that mean if we out here killing one another? What does that mean if another Hebrew cussing out another Hebrew because they were on this corner first? This our
Hmm.
corner. What difference
Yeah.
does it make? You calling yourself a Hebrew, but you hate the next Hebrew.
Yeah.
And then you want to what about what matters? Like I just saw a Japanese restaurant open up in a black neighborhood, my neighborhood. Anybody hear me? Do anybody find something crazy with that? Right after the Asian community was granted a $50 million grant.
Yeah. And they started this campaign, well, like I say, we have been getting attacked since the beginning, you know, since we were brought over here.
And
And
like Brother K. Judah said, we can't even get a cheese sandwich.
so can't. We sure can't. Uh-huh. We sure can't. But, you know, and like I say, you see what they did. They all got together. They said, well, let's let's figure out a way for my Asian brothers to get some money, for the Asian people to get money. And then that's what they did. It was a calculated move, and they got their money. But
What's her name?
again,
Called it. Vicky Dillon called it. She called it a week before.
again,
She called it.
our sorry Negro colored people of color, when we had somebody
Yep.
trying to do the same thing that they did, we fought that. We had everything in the world to say
Yep.
Ice Cube. And
No,
so we're
they,
gonna
they,
continue.
they had
We're gonna
everything.
continue to be left out. Always.
Now, what do you
Always.
think Ice Cube sitting back doing now? I bet Ice Cube sitting back doing this. He said, F them, man. I'm just going to worry about me and
Yeah,
mine.
and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah,
That's a great
yeah.
question, Sister E. Sister E said,
Mm-hmm.
so Sister E says, so do y'all think that black women will shop in these beauty supply stores knowing that they will be set up for payout? Absolutely. Black women will. And yes, they will. Sad to say, they will. They're going to keep those beauty supply stores open. Those people going to continue to send their kids to colleges. Hebrews going to continue to brew on other Hebrews. And Hebrews going to continue to kill Hebrews. And the police going to continue to kill Hebrews. While everybody else is flourishing. We run into the voting line to vote someone in to do what? Where the voters at now? When I posted about the $50 million on Facebook, one voter was like, really? Well, where our 50 acres in the mule at? Oh yeah, you was one of the first ones in line to vote for the very people that gave your $50 million to the Asian community. But I asked again, what community would they give it? How would they give it to us? We don't have no kind of structure in our community.
No, but we'll never have structure. We'll never have structure because, like I said, we we hate on our own people. We got all kind of things. We don't even like our own people. We will, you know, we'll get mad at them. We'll talk about them. We'll be jealous of them. Uh, you know, we don't want to learn nothing from nobody that's trying to tell us anything. They want to say you think you know it all. You think you better than them. And no, so we want tell my Aaron.
Scottish people. We are
We will
Scottish
never,
people.
we will never get anywhere. And uh-huh. And so, you know, you got people that's mad because you might have friends. I mean, we so hung up on so many small things that don't even matter that we'll never get ahead. We'll never get ahead.
Sad. And so, with all of this being said, and all of this going on around us, how can people not believe that we are still in the land of our capitals? We are still, they still
We are
have their
still
knees
in
on
prison.
our necks.
We are still we are still slaves.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let me stop this video that just started playing. I got to
So now
find
the
it.
woman charged with assault in this case, as what's called a hate crime in.
Oh yeah, that's what I was. I want to say that, but yeah, it's just it's horrible. It's horrible that people cannot see that we are still living in the land of our masters.
We are still slaves.
Still, they still got their knees on our necks because everybody around us is flourishing. No one cares that we are Hebrew. No one cares. So what? What now? You Hebrew. You still out there killing one another. You still out there bashing black women. Your Hebrew sister. You still doing these things, fighting over a corner, and you ain't even
Yeah,
got to fight the thing yourself.
yeah. And like I say, until the mind frame is changed, we're still not going to get anywhere. And you know, until everybody say, yeah, that's my sister, but do you treat her like she your sister?
Right,
Do you respect her like she's your sister? If that's your brother, do you respect him? Because when it boils down to it, money is green.
right,
And so if I decide that I wanted to take 10 women or men downtown and we trying to get some money for a grant, a community grant, what difference does it matter how much you make? What difference, the political and none of that should matter.
uh-huh,
You are trying to get a grant for your community. We have the most
right,
hangups. We don't like this person because they Muslim, this person. Oh, we the ones that do that. But them people, they all get together. They don't care. They don't care what religion groups they are,
right,
where they live at, and all of that stuff. They go get their money. So we got so many hangups, so many hangups. And, yeah, I know a lot about how different things got started and all of that, but it is what it is. If that's what somebody do, I respect you, but let's try to still get this money for this grant, you
right.
know. But
Can't
we're
can't
not
put
going to do that.
we can't put differences aside to come together for one another.
Yeah, we
It's
can't.
like impossible to do.
Yeah,
It seems impossible to do. Put down your difference. Let's get on one code because see everybody else is on the same code. except for us.
Yeah,
Everybody else is on call with one another except for us.
yeah.
You, they just cut us out. And so we gotta get on call with one another.
And they
Somehow,
told you,
anyway.
they told you, Trump got Trump got elected, and Trump had all kind of sexual allegations against him, and he
Right,
still got elected.
right.
You know, they didn't care, long as they got who they wanted in office. But us, you know, we gonna tear a person down. We gonna find their records. We gonna post their records. We gonna talk about their past. We not even concerned about their future.
Right.
And that's what we do. You know,
You know what?
because
I remember back when y'all was
most people,
protesting.
and if you black, the way the system is set up, most people have some type of record. Most black people, but it's all right. That's your past, but not us, girl. We
Hey,
don't. We don't, girl. We'll bring up everything,
April,
everything, and including the kitchen sink about a
April,
person instead of
April.
looking at the person
Can
they
you hear
are
me?
today.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Mm.
Can you
So
hear me?
it's our own people.
Oh, she
We
can't
hate
hear
on
me.
each other.
Wait.
There's no discipline.
Hold
We
on.
can't, we can't even.
Can y'all hear me? Can the chat room hear me? Chat room, let me know if you can hear me.
And so
April,
we
hold
have
on.
just been,
Oh man.
it's just awful the way we are. Yeah. We can't tell anybody anything. Huh. Yeah. It's
Hold on. April.
it's awful.
So April can't hear me. Apparently April cannot hear me.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I can't hear you.
Right.
I can't.
Oh, I remember a while back, April, something happened in April's community in Illinois, in Joliet, Illinois, where the police, I can't remember quite what happened. They wanted the police chief or somebody to retire, and he will retire. And they went to his house. It was really the first time I had ever heard of protesters going to someone's house.
Well,
Wait a minute.
that's
No,
the
wait a
new
minute.
thing now.
Hold on, I know. Hold on.
They go to the people's house.
I
They
know.
went to the mayor of Chicago houses now. But then you had some people then saying them going to their homes was wrong. Well, as taxpayers, we're paying their salary, so going to their house ain't nothing. And then if you protest on the sidewalk, you can do that. But yeah, a lot of people they were bashing
So
the
I
the
noticed
organ
they
the
did it in South
organizers
Carolina.
of
They
the
did it.
protest in front of his home,
Yeah, I
saying
noticed.
saying that it was wrong. His house is sacred and all of this stuff. And it was like, man, y'all got life messed up. But yeah, that's the new way now. They go to all of these people's homes now when they do stuff.
So I noticed
Hmm.
that they did it in South Carolina when that soldier confronted the young black
And
dude
me,
through the neighborhood. The protesters went back later on. The police moved. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I think his last. What was the young boy name where the soldier was hollering all in his face? The soldier name was Jonathan Peddleham or something like that.
Oh
Penderham.
yeah.
Um, the protesters went back to that dude's house, and he and his family had to be escorted out of that property, and the rioters, they tore that house up. They vandalized the house.
Can I?
Jonathan Pentland, that's his name. The white
He
Fort
was
Jackson
more simple,
soldier.
more pure, more
Why
delicious
is
than
this
a naval
video
warhead.
why does
All
this
I
video
really
keep
want the
starting?
consumer to do is to eat and to say, you know what, I want to get
Not
another one of
yet.
those. And if I run out, I'm going to.
So yeah, the people in South Carolina was like, no, 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 no. So they went to that neighborhood, the same neighborhood that he tried to get the black man to leave, and they got him up out of there. Black people are not playing anymore. I'm sorry, DJ Pete. Uh, if you see my message, I want the stream y'all link to come and say something on the air to listen, everyone. Okay, DJ Pete, I'm gonna send it to you on Facebook. But yeah,
And you know, when you sat up there, when did you watch Joe Biden's
no, I
last
cannot look at
thing?
him. I can't look at him.
I turned the TV because
I
I
can't
said
look
I
at
didn't
him.
want to look at them three devils up there, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Nancy Pelosi,
I could not. I could
and
not.
I just turned because you know they got an agenda and it does not include us, and they showed you. And then exactly what did they give black people?
I'm
Do
trying
you
to
know?
tell you. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're talking about over here. It just
Mm-hmm.
doesn't make sense to me. But like I
Yeah.
said, though,
And
how
then
how would
and
it be distributed amongst the black community?
mm-hmm.
That's how would it be distributed towards
Mm-hmm.
the black community?
And then how come he didn't go to Ice Cube and say, let's work together. Let's try to do some things and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. But
Hold on a
they
second.
don't care about us. You know. Yeah. They do not care about us. Yeah. We are still slaves and we're going to continue to be slaves. There would never be a revolution being televised because we are our own worst enemy.
But see,
And I'm
that's what I'm
sick of
talking
you
about.
Negroes. I'm sick of you Negroes. You know, you don't want nothing. Can't nobody tell y'all nothing. And you know, we're still in the same situation.
But
Mm,
if we are our own worst enemies, then how would reparations be distributed amongst us if there is no structure
yeah,
in the black community? How would
yeah,
reparations be
yeah,
distributed to the black community? That's what I
yeah.
that's what I want to know.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
I think about it. The way we acted, I wouldn't give us a damn thing either. The way we act, I wouldn't give us nothing either. The way no, let me take that back. The way some of us act, I wouldn't issue out anything to us either.
Yeah,
Some of us
different.
just some of us just don't have no home training, y'all. It's just some of us just don't
Yeah,
have no home
they have
training.
no home training, no values, you know. And it goes back to like I said, we can't even you just can't tell people anything. They don't even want to listen. They got their
Nope.
minds made up,
Yeah.
and it's that, and you can't change it. Yeah, and like I said, with me being 59, and when they said they were going to the to this mayor's house to protest, hey, I went right over there with them people because that's the new way. I can adapt to change, and so I wasn't stuck on, well, they didn't do that back in the day. Well, this a new time, a new time,
A new day and a new generation.
a new day and a new time.
Like that
Now,
girl said on that picture, we are not our ancestors. We will F you up.
right. And so it's just, yeah, I done got tired. I do my little, volunteer work. I do the food pantries. We have people that come over there and get clothes now. We uh, they can make an appointment, and we got some nice clothes for people that need clothes. But all of this trying to
Come
get,
on, DJ Pete.
hey
Hello
DJ P,
everyone.
hey my love,
Hello everyone. How are,
How are you?
I'm fine. We have
Come look
Easter
at this. Let me
yesterday.
get this camera open.
We
Now
have
you gonna make me open my camera now. Oh, I gotta open my camera now. Let me open my camera. Hey,
oh,
uh,
oh, y'all look nice. I look a mess. Yeah.
How you doing, brother? This is DJ Pete the Greek. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
listen, April. I want to say something to you and
Okay.
everyone who listening the show right now. In a Facebook account, in Facebook, in the Truth Radio page, there is a link from GoFundMe.com, and
Yeah.
there is people who there is one person, Nigel McWilliams, make a donation for you,
Oh,
April.
Oh,
really?
okay.
Said darling, April's second battle with breast cancer, and wants everyone to make a donation for you to help said to help April Sauer with her transportation costs from Joliet, Illinois to Rutgers University in Chicago, Illinois, and three
And yeah,
thousand.
and I have and I also, since I'm going out of my network, um, Medicare. See, I got Medicare and Medicaid, but since I'm going out of my network, I've got a spend down of $3,000. Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
He write all this, and 3,000 spent the amount since she's seeing healthcare outside of her network. I I am asking to please donate and help my dear mentor and friend. And I tell everyone on X-Quad Radio, and I share
Squad in the
this,
house. Squad in the house.
and
yeah.
I share all this I said this page to all all your friends, all the radio family in Facebook to help you and donate,
Hold on.
make a donate to you, April, because
Hold
you are a
Them
special
people,
person.
them people ain't getting ready to help me.
Did you
We
wait?
gonna keep this.
Did you
We
send
gonna
me the
keep
link?
this 100%.
Did you
Yeah,
send me the
but
link,
if
DJ?
they do, that would be nice. Uh huh. Yeah, yeah,
You are my you are my lovely person, and you know that, April.
yeah,
I never doing something uh, for bad. I want to. I make. I doing all this for you, April, because I love you so much.
I,
And
I,
you are a very lovely person, and you are very kind person. You are a very good person. You are everything.
thank
You are.
you.
You have a very good heart. You are a very good soul. The God don't take good people, take bad people in heaven. But you are a very good person, and I never want to lose a good person. Uh, I have you here, and
Thank you, Pete. Yeah,
everyone in Spreaker and from 2017, who I start my show on American web radio, I met amazing persons, amazing people, good people, and
yeah,
I choose the people who I make friends. I don't have people who make me so bad. I have
yeah,
people who make me uh, good. Uh,
Make you
you
a better person.
understand? You understand what I mean? You are
thank you.
you.
Make you a
You
better
are
person.
beautiful, Bibi, Julius, Nunu, Tekara, Lisa Duke from Texas. I remember Texas. I remember. C.R. Carter, Teresa Collins, your friend.
Yeah,
Terence, um, oh, Terence, oh,
You can't.
uh, oh, uh, oh, oh, Terence Patillo, um, um, uh, Roma, DJ Mocapella,
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Emma, Casimir, all these people,
Mocha,
uh,
Miss Mocha, yeah.
Mocha, yes, Mocha,
yeah,
I said that before. All these
yeah.
people, they don't make bad things to me. They love me like you, April.
Okay, that's good to hear. I really appreciate that, Pan.
Did you
Yeah,
send me the link?
If I don't love you, not only you, Bibi, Julius, and all the American family, I never doing my show on American Web Radio Network.
yeah,
I stay in my home and I see the setting.
yeah, yeah,
That's
If
very
yeah.
good.
'Cause it,
Great.
if,
yeah,
if I
it's been,
doing
you know
something,
what?
if I doing
It's
something
been
wrong,
very challenging. It's been very challenging to me But where there's a will, there's a way, and I've made it. Uh, and so, yeah, and I thank God for my friend. That's one of my friends from back in the turntable days. He set that up, because I'm usually not one to be trying to ask for anything. But he was like, no, they do this all the time. And like I said, I got a $3,000 spend down amount. And then going from Chicago, from Joliet to Rush, it cost me
Uh,
$122
uh,
in
I,
Ubers each time I go, because Medicaid doesn't pick up, doesn't pay for transportation. Public aid wouldn't pick up the other 20%. And,
I, I
so
understand. I understand it, but because
yeah,
I lost two
yeah. And I got
two
all of my
people.
receipts where I
Uh,
paid
uh,
paid for Ubers and Lyft going back and forth to the doctors. But I made it. So yeah, I made it. Yeah. Hmm.
I know
We
because
glad, we glad, we glad, we
April,
glad you
April, sorry, baby, one moment.
go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
I lost two lovely persons
No.
from my life
Hmm.
in the last 3 years from cancer.
Okay. Yeah.
These two people was my aunt. The first one is was my uncle's wife, and the other person is my mother's sister, my aunt, who I love so much all these years, from the day who I born, until now, who I am 42 years old.
Yeah.
I lost my great grandmother to cancer. Both
I lost my father when I was 20 years old.
Yeah.
After car accident, and after uh, bastard doctors in a Greek hospital in 1999.
Yeah.
I lost uh, my very good uncle, because he was first cousin of my brothers, of my father, sorry, of my father's family. Had a blood problem in the left leg, and in the hospital here in Greece, cut all the left leg,
Mhm.
and after many months in I think 2001, I remember, he died after all
Okay.
this. I lost my grandparents in 1995, in 1984, in 2000, I don't remember, 2000, after 2010, but I don't remember the year because I have all this in my head. I don't remember the year. I lost my father. I lost my uncle.
Yeah,
He was my brother, my father's brother.
yeah. Yeah, well, my family is very small now. I just lost another aunt, and so I don't have many people. But family isn't always about blood. Neither, family is about people that you meet. But what I wanted to talk about is Eve. You just put up that statement where you said that so many black people getting ready to go to jail for those loans, and yes, they are, because them people applied for those loans, they got their money, and they know the government's gonna come back and audit all of them people, all of them people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
that's a story that I hadn't followed. What you're talking about, the PPP loans, right? What is that?
Well, they were giving out grants for people that had businesses. You could start a business, and they were giving, even if you had just started a business, you know, yeah, they had people that knew how to write them proposals, and you get that money. But like I said, they're gonna come back and they're gonna audit everybody. Um, and if you not legit, then they gonna probably they're gonna throw you in jail, or they're gonna get their money some type of way. But
Wait a
yeah,
minute. Coming back in 1 minute.
okay. But yeah, what it was is that their grants that they were giving out be um for people that had a small business, and that was to tide you over. And
Right.
some of them were $10,000 and $20,000. Well, some of our people, um, you know, they found a way to get that money, and I was like, you know what? I get
I
a check
blame Joe
every month.
Biden. I blame Joe
Yeah,
Biden. I blame Joe Biden because he gave out $50 million to somebody else. So we had to get out 50 million
yeah,
somehow.
right. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Joe Biden fault.
But see, that's the type of attitude I have, because I'm all about getting my money. And but I thought, well, they send me a check every month. So,
Yeah, because
but
look at what Eve said. She said people getting kicked off Section 8, they getting their food stamps cut off, welfare, SSI, etc. The PPP loans for
mhm,
your business. Last year, so many lied and committed fraud to get them. Mm, mm, mm,
yeah,
mm,
yeah,
mm, mm,
yeah, because yeah,
mm. We got to keep
Ca-
hustling and stealing to get our own.
yeah, and that's the shame. We gotta, we've got to scheme and connive to get ours, lie to get
Oh wow.
ours.
Oh wow. 1,500 black children have been taken away from their families, mothers because of the PPP loan scam fraud cases. It's a sad situation. That's sad.
And it's sad that you want to punish us for trying to get a few dollars, a little come up money, a
When
little
all
come up money.
when all you have to do is create a hate campaign. Well, that won't work
Right.
for us anyway. We've been
Yeah,
having
it
a
won't work for us.
we've had a hate
Yeah.
campaign for over 400 years, and still nothing happens except for we keep getting killed
Hmm.
over and over again. crazy. That's crazy.
But I'm not, and I'm not mad. I'm not mad at any of them people that got that money, however they got it. But it's just the consequences, you know, that you're gonna have to suffer now. And like she said, now you get ready to lose your Section 8, um, uh, lose your Section 8. They're gonna cut off your food stamps because you tried to, get a little come up money. If nothing else, to help get a car. Uh, some people even I know people that moved with that money. They got out of the hood, and but unfortunately, they're gonna audit all of the black people, and that's the way of the world. That's all I can say. But the Asians can go around, the illegal immigrants, they can give them all kinds of money
They have
for
all kinds of
everything,
amenities, honey, in the United States
and
of this
and
here
we have to commit fraud to get ours. And then the people, and the funny part about that is the people that legitly applied for the money, they didn't get it, but they gave it to the scammers, even with all of that unemployment stuff. Yeah, yeah. It
country.
was
Else,
very, it was very tempting, but um, like I say, with me getting a check from the government every month, I didn't want nothing to mess with my check. But now, if I was on just a regular job or something, who knows what I might have did. So, you know, uh, I'm not gonna knock those people for getting what they can get from this federal government of the I hate black people America. I'm not mad at none of them. None of them.
DJ
Because
Pete, DJ Pete,
Yes, I'm here.
do you think that the United States is a racist country?
I don't want to. I don't love USA uh, for to. Oh, sorry. Uh, it's not good in for United States to be a racist for black people. And
So,
I
is that
don't
a
love.
yes?
I don't love that.
Is that a yes or a no? You looking at it from the outside. You across the pond. You in Greece. You see what's happening to a lot of black people in the United States of this here America. Based on what you have seen,
And
according to what's happening,
baby, I love this great news about this police officer, this bastard police officer who killed
George Floyd.
George Floyd. Sorry, I'm so happy to going behind bars.
So you don't want to say yes and you don't want to say no. Whether you think the United States is a racist country.
Yes, but I
You,
don't. But I don't want to be. Uh, for United States to make a racist country. I don't love that because in my country in the last years before 2019. We had a Golden Dawn party in the Greek government who they don't love black people.
And so that's what was going to be my next point because it's really not just happening in America to black people, dark skinned people. It's happening all over the world. The hatred towards people with my skin tone, dark people like me, it's happening around the world, not just in the United States. So if we're going to call the United States a racist country, we might as well call the world racist because it's happening everywhere. Look at how
But but in some countries, oh my gosh, I gotta think about in some countries they don't even look at race. I'm trying to think what country was that. I'm gonna have to do my research. Race didn't even matter to them. Um, but I think now people people are learning people are learning the truth that we are the chosen people now.
Tell me
And
some, tell me something, April. In Illinois, is there Illinois Nazis or not?
you
is
People
what
said
now?
who love Adolf Hitler from Germany.
I can't understand what you're saying.
Uh, I seen an American movie. If you remember the Bruce Brothers,
Oh,
there is
oh
a
yeah, the
scene
Blues
about
Brothers. Well, we got the
there is a
penitentiary.
scene there is a scene about Illinois Nazis. Who,
Yes, the prison was here, the Joliet prison, and then we have Stateville. But
there is a
it,
people who love Nazis, a Nazi from Germany. The people who the person Adolf Hitler who killed people in 40s in 1940 in Germany. Nazis come in my country in the 1940 and killed people.
well, I will say this: see, living here in Illinois,
sorry,
there
y'all.
are some towns that black people we will not go through now because of the Klansmen. I mean, this stuff still exists. There are towns that you do not drive through. You know the police is gonna be there waiting for you. You know, you know that's Clansville. And so this stuff still exists now.
I'm
So
not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised
it
at
still
all.
exists. Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me
hmm
at all.
Now we finally have a town here that's Plainfield, Illinois. Um, 20 years ago, they were still burning crosses in front of black families that moved to Plainfield. But now they've opened up Plainfield and you've got blacks that's living out there now in the newer part. But that old part of Plainfield, you couldn't live there. No blacks could live there.
Look at what Eve said. All you seeing on social media is black people being arrested for fraud for small 10K to 20K loans. But the Asian community gets $50 million.
Yeah, we had to steal ours because they're just not going to give us anything. So we have to steal our money. We got to get it like that because you people, y'all was so ignorant, didn't want to follow Ice Cube and his plan to get us the same type of package. And that's probably why Joe Biden didn't want to talk to Ice Cube. Him and Kamala probably already had their agenda planned. No, Plainfield, Illinois.
I was
Joe
going to say
Biden,
probably Illinois.
yeah, Plainfield, Illinois. But
Shalom, woman of the past. Let me just say shalom to woman of the past.
but
You
I
see,
do feel that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they already had their agenda. This was
April,
stuff that
April,
was
sorry,
already
sorry,
planned.
April, sorry for a moment because a woman of the past said something. Yeah,
now
the Nazi
she says the Nazis exterminated 40 million of us, and we were not blue-eyed and all that crap. We were darker than the white.
and Nazi exterminated a lot of people here
Yeah,
in my country. Here in my country,
yeah,
not only with a pistol, take the knife uh, and kill people, kill pregnant women.
Yeah,
In my grandma family, in my grandma family, in the village outside of the village who born my mother, in northwest of Greece, northwest side of Greece, uh, in a small village, is a wedding day
was
for
this,
uh,
was
for
this,
for a, for a
was
young
this
couple,
during the
for,
Holocaust?
for, for a young couple. Uh, that day make all this with Nazi and kill so many people. And every year
okay, you can
we
turn
we
that radio
have
off.
we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
and many people is from my grandma family who killed. And my mother said my grandma wants to be to visit this that village to see the wedding. If if my grandma go there, no, I don't have my mother.
Yeah.
Yes, Sister Eve.
My mother
Was that
never born.
during
If
the,
if my grandma go there,
was that during the Holocaust, Pete?
what?
Was that
Dion,
was that during the Holocaust?
what am I figuring it?
I don't
You said
understand. I don't hear you very well.
you said the Nazis killed a lot of people.
I
Yes.
figured it.
Was that during the Holocaust?
Uh, I don't remember. There is from 1940, 1945 on that.
During the Holocaust. Okay, I think woman of the past said yes.
I
KG,
said,
you wrong for that,
if I
Hold
find
up.
the documentary, I send you that
These my
in English
I think
with the English translator to see all what happened
on you.
on this area in 1940,
Give me
the
an
year
aspirin.
1944.
Hey man, my foot. You do what the hell I tell you to do. Hey, but you don't gotta
Ooh,
hang off at a time.
the April said you do what the
Okay,
hell.
sorry y'all.
K Judah, you know you wrong for this, right? You know you wrong for this. I should not have posted that. You know you wrong. I'm gonna take it off. That's wrong.
Come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby, let's singing. Come on, baby, let's singing.
I have okay. Let me tell y'all how I feel about the Holocaust. You know, the Holocaust. I know that a lot of people were killed, but we are free to talk about what happened during the Holocaust, which I think lasted between the span of 4 or 5 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, and I'm being honest. We teach about the Holocaust in American schools, but we are not allowed to teach about slavery, which lasted over 400 years towards black people. We are not allowed to talk about slavery in schools. In fact, I just saw a video a couple of days ago that said this is what they're teaching in school, that there was no such thing as slavery, that it was called indigenous slavery, where black people had the decision on whether they wanted to be enslaved or not. This is what they teach it in schools. They
What?
do not want, yes, I saw this in a video saying that it was indigenous slavery, when in fact indigenous slavery, it didn't become indigenous slavery until white people was enslaving white people. That's when it was called indigenous slavery, because they were free to move about the country. They were free to work. They got paid for their slavery. We didn't get paid a damn thing. There was nothing indigenous about how they treated us, and
And
they
we're still
treated us this way over 400 years, and we are not allowed to teach it to our children in the schools in the United States of America, but we can teach the Holocaust.
yeah, they
That's
killed
wrong.
all of those people. Okay, but you have killed us over and over
It's
again,
still doing it. It's still doing it.
and you're still killing us. So I don't, I feel bad for the Holocaust, but it can never be compared to what they did to slaves and what black people are still going through now due to you you killed us, you killed our spirits. I mean, you
Took
know,
everything from us. Took everything from
took
us. We don't
everything.
even know who we are. We
Yeah,
don't even
I don't
know
even know
who
my
we are
language,
anymore.
you know.
We don't know who we
And
are.
and and
And
and
you
they
still
wanted
trying
they
to put
wanted to
us.
put that they wanted to put that label African American, but a lot of blacks did not come from Africa. I mean, we were all over.
Say
So,
what?
I mean, I could, we were
Say
all
what?
over the world.
So
So,
listen, Woman of the Past says what needs to change. I have my own ideas, but the problem with that is don't nobody want to listen to me. Nobody wants to listen
girl,
to me. So
B, they don't want to listen to anybody, B.
Sodish, they didn't want to listen to Ice Cube. I bet. What
Yeah.
do you think Ice Cube sitting back saying now? Ice Cube sitting back saying, "Don't come to me now. Don't even mention my damn name. All I'm
Mhm.
thinking about now is me and my family. I don't care no more. I
The,
tried.
the only ice cube I know is ice cube pissy tower. Only that.
Yeah.
I'm
And
talking about
see,
the
like
rapper
I
Ice
said,
Cube.
like I was saying earlier, Joe Biden and Kamala had their own agenda, and it's showing because now her Asian people have gotten money, and we still have not gotten a damn thing. They didn't, and that's why Joe Biden didn't want to talk to Ice Cube. They had their own agenda. Yeah, yeah. And when people realize that we are not part of this American agenda, this United States of I hate black people, America does not care about black people. They do not care about us. So
Well,
then,
Ice Cube wasn't trying to get the money for himself. He wanted the money to put back into the black community, the same as the Asians have done. Like I was just
yeah,
telling the family earlier, I live in a predominantly black community with a few Hispanics here and there, but for the most part, the community that I live in is black. And I just saw a brand new Japanese restaurant up the street in my neighborhood.
in your
Japanese,
neighborhood.
Japanese. I should have took a picture of it. Japanese apron in my neighborhood. It's a shopping center, but it's not too far from where I live.
In my city, in
And
Athens,
is there a
we
soul
have
food
a lot of
restaurant or
Right
barbecue
beside it.
joint?
Right, a soul food restaurant right beside it, but the people in it are not black. The food good though, don't get me wrong. But the people in there that run it, they're not black. They look like Iranian or Persian or something like that.
Yeah,
But
they're cooking our food now, girl. They cooking our food.
don't tell us our
Because
food is
and
good
it's
for
a
us.
shame. It's a shame because we won't support the black man that has the soul food restaurant because we don't want him to drive them. We don't, we don't want to help them accomplish their dreams. So now you got them people cooking our food now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's ironic that you asked me was a soul food restaurant right beside it because me and Julius was talking about it earlier. He said the same thing. He was like, no, when he came into the live earlier, he said it's a soul food restaurant right beside it that with no black people cooking in it.
And you say the food is good too.
Yeah, I go there uh like
Yeah,
almost once a week. The food is good, I can't deny it. But the
right.
Japanese restaurant, why Japanese? Who's gonna eat there?
Well, you gonna have to learn to like Japanese food now.
Well, look at what Eve said. And black people are going to be the first ones in there to give them their hard earned money, but not our own. Yep.
Yeah,
The first ones in
yeah.
line. Not me.
Mm.
I can't. Well, but listen, I'm saying I can't. What difference does it make where I spend my money now when it doesn't even benefit me at all anyway?
At this point, it really doesn't.
It doesn't benefit me at all anyway.
Yeah.
We are living in the land of our masses, of our captors. What can we do? What can we do? There's an Asian store on every corner in my community.
Mm-hmm.
An Asian nail shop, an Asian liquor store, an Asian restaurant, all up in my community, all up in the hoods, on every corner.
Mm-hmm.
What's a girl to do? What's a girl to do? If I want to get my
And
nails done,
especially,
Asian woman got to do.
especially if
If
you
I
don't,
want to go get
if
some
you don't have
moisturizer,
a car,
if, right.
if you
If I
don't
want
have,
to go get some moisturizer for my hair, I gotta buy from Asian woman. If I wanted to go to the local grocery store, I gotta buy it from an Asian person. What can I do? If I go to the big local store, the big giant retail store, that's owned by a white man. What can I do?
There's nothing you can do.
What
And if
doesn't
you like me,
I spend my money and who I give it to when it's not even benefiting me, it's not even benefiting my community.
yeah.
I
And
tried
when
one
you don't
day.
have a car, it's hard. When you
I
don't
tried
have
one
a car,
day. It's very hard. It's not that
yeah,
hard when it's public transportation where I live at, but
yeah.
yeah, okay, Judah,
So,
that's all I can do. That's all I can do. But I'm just saying, um, all these things I went online one day. I said I'm about all black. I got a cash app card. I don't have no bank account. I don't work. I don't have a bank account. I have a cash app card. Yeah, sis, laundry too. Cash app card. I said I'm gonna spend money on in black businesses online. And do you know I could not find one black business to accept my cash app card? Not one. Not one. I ended up going
mm,
down to the Asian store to get my hair product. What's the guy to
wow,
do? And y'all talking
wow.
about black. Well, I tried it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm just, oh, is this your new? Oh, let me see that one. So,
Wow,
is that your new project you just finished?
Yep.
Oh, that's nice. Now,
Clean up
what
crew.
is that?
Clean up crew. It's what my brothers when we get on the platform and break down that false doctrine. That's what we call ourselves, the cleanup crew.
Okay,
Breaking
that's
down,
nice.
breaking down false doctrine. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, that's
CUC,
nice.
cleanup crew.
if you
They
want
do.
baby to help you to sell all this stuff, just send me message. I find people to buy all this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
This is what I do when I'm not
I
online, y'all.
like
When I
that.
get online,
Oh,
this is
B,
what
I
I'm
like
doing.
that. That is
Thank
nice.
you. Embroidery.
Y'all are LLC.
Hey
LLC.
Judah. Hey Judah.
Baby, yeah. I
That's
have
nice.
baby, I have an idea for you.
Huh? You do? Let me hook it up. Let me know.
Uh, ask the naked man Julius.
No. No. No.
No, listen to me. Ask the naked man Julius if he tried to make a shop page in the internet and put all this stuff to sell it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not naked man though. Mm-mm. I can't be selling no naked man stuff. Mm-mm.
Baby, I told you again, one more time. I never forget.
I know. I know you won't. I know you won't. He said, "Hey Pete." He said, "Let it go, Pete. Let it go."
Can I say Julius?
That cleanup crew that right there, that was one of the it was hard to do, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I was getting frustrated. I couldn't wait to finish it. I had it in a bigger ring, but it didn't fit. I still feel like I need to
I
finish
like that.
it.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I
And
see,
B,
and I
B,
see you.
you look mighty lovely today.
thank you. I'm all colorful.
Yeah.
My sister said earrings. Oh yeah, the cleanup crew earrings coming soon.
Oh
But
yeah,
Earring,
how much are
earrings
your
in
earrings?
I
earrings is a BB
Okay, B
homemade.
B. I
huh?
Yes.
need some of those earrings and one of them cleanup crew things. So put
Yeah,
your cash app card up so I can put on my wall too.
I'll find something for you. I will find something for you. Oh look, check this out. Let me show you this.
Julius
Hold
is
up,
coming.
hold on.
Julius is
Let me
coming,
see.
I think.
Yeah.
He said Julius is coming. I don't know if y'all would be able
ah,
to see this. Y'all can't. Oh, y'all not gonna be able to see it. But
wow.
there's a woman sketched out on this. Y'all can't see it.
Right. But I want 5 pairs of those earrings that you have
Girl,
on.
5 pairs
Baby,
of just like this.
everybody wants
Yeah,
your earrings.
You want 5 pairs of earrings just like this.
yeah,
Same color.
same color. Our African colors. Okay. And let me know so I can cash app because those will be my gift
I would
for people.
definitely let you, I would definitely let you know. I'm gonna get to work on that real soon.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta help you get your earring business started. Mm-hmm.
I wish I have this other kit that's more fancy with the beads and stuff, but I can't figure
Yeah.
out how to.
And
I'm
make
gonna figure
sure
it out.
B when you sell your product, don't underestimate yourself. Put
Yeah.
in your time for your products and everything.
Oh, as a
Yeah.
matter of fact, Eve. As a matter of fact, Sister Eve. You know, I ordered me a coloring book where I trace my girls on and I do the embroidery. This design right here is your icon. When the girl got her lip up like this, that's it.
Yeah.
Sister Eve. That her icon, you see her picture right there? Wait, let me see if I can.
Yeah.
That's what this is right here. This sister is like this. And she got the wrap on. Woo! I don't know how I'm going to do it because my daughter said when you use the clear cloth, the back has to be exactly like the front. See how this back is on this one?
Uh-huh.
This can't be like that. It has to be the same because it's see-through.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm hot, y'all.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get on off this
Ah,
live and take me a
baby,
nap.
baby, baby.
Huh?
I have an idea about April earrings.
Send it to me.
Uh,
Send it to me on Facebook.
yeah, yeah. You must write in the earrings this. TJ April Showers, DRT radio and the Truth radio. DRT radio on the right side and the Truth radio on the left side. And
DRT
make
on one side, and what's the other one?
April is a
Yeah.
very good idea or not?
Hey, won't you sketch
Yeah.
that for me? Won't you sketch that
Okay.
for me?
Okay. But anyway, y'all, I'm ready to get on off this live and take me a nap. I got to take my medicine. I got my
Um,
son here with me. We got to change my drainage tubes.
Thank
And
you, Sister Adrian, for hopping on
it
the
was
panel
so
with me.
nice being on the panel. Okay.
So glad that you are fine and up and out, up and about. So happy. All praises to the Most
Okay.
High. We thank
April,
you.
be
All right.
careful. Be careful.
Thank you all.
Enjoy
All
April,
right.
General Hospital.
April,
Enjoy General
be
Hospital.
careful. And
Okay.
you don't forget. Oh,
She hopped off.
no.
So You don't want to say whether the country is racist or not, huh?
Yes.
Well, people, I don't know if any of my brothers want to hop on the panel. I know somebody got to go to work pretty soon. Well, I just wanted to hop on here and talk about the unity in the Hebrew community. It's just the unity is not there. The unity is not there for you to be walking around bragging, saying I'm Hebrew this, I'm Hebrew that, but you can't stand black women. I'm Hebrew this and I'm Hebrew that, but you hate your brother. And while you over there arguing about this is my corner, I was over here first. No man, this is my corner. I was over here first. While you over there arguing about what corner is yours, they just opened a Japanese restaurant up in my neighborhood. A Japanese restaurant. And woman of the past, you asked earlier, what do we do? I don't know. I don't know. I'm all out of ideas because whenever I try to preach unity and whenever I try to teach people what thus said the Lord, when it comes to us, they just cannot fathom that we are Hebrew. When throughout the Bible, all throughout the Bible, slavery was a reoccurring theme. Over and over again, we was put into slavery before our disobedience. Over and over again. Nobody else was put into slavery because of their disobedience to the Most High. Nobody else. It's Hebrew. 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 And so therefore, what people you know has been enslaved longer than the black man? What people do you know of has been enslaved longer than the black man? How many people you know of that was dispersed to four corners of the earth on slave ships? Somebody said Jewish people was you got Jewish people on four corners of the earth. Jewish people on all four. How they get there? Who put them there? Were they dispersed on slave ships? I got into a discussion with somebody. I was looking at this video where the Hebrew brothers was on one corner and the white men were behind them. The Hebrew the Hebrew brothers was preaching from the Bible. The white man was preaching from the Bible. But the white man could not concentrate on what he was doing because he was too busy trying to figure out what the Hebrew was talking about. So he finally walked over to what the Hebrew was saying, and you know, they got into a discussion about who's Israel, who's the Israelite, who's the true Israelite. And it amazed me because the white man didn't even know who Judah was. You got the Holy Bible, the King James Bible in your hand, preaching, but you didn't know who Judah was. Oh. And so I made a comment and I told them that I wish they put our Bible down. And somebody came up and said, your Bible? I said, no, our Bible. I didn't say your, I said our. You know, the people that were dispersed to the four corners of the earth. And we went back and forth, messed my Sabbath all the way up, well, not all the way. We went back and forth for probably 3 hours where I put scripture over and over again. Scriptures from the book of Isaiah, where God said he was going to gather his people from the four corners of the earth. And I kept asking this brother or this sister or this whatever, what people is he talking about? What people were dispersed to the four corners of the earth? And he said, there are Jewish people on the four corners of the earth. Okay, were they dispersed there on slave ship? And he wouldn't answer me. He couldn't answer me. And if they were dispersed if they wasn't dispersed on slave ship, why would God gather up something that he didn't disperse? If he didn't disperse them, why would he say, I'm going to gather what I disperse to the four corners of the earth? I mean, I'm so happy that the Most High is waking us up. I'm so happy the Most High woke me up to who I am, according to Scripture. I am. I am. But what good is it doing if there is no unity in the Hebrew community? What good is it for me to walk around and say I'm Hebrew if you have brothers calling me all kinds of names, calling the black woman all kinds of names and saying all kinds of things about the black woman, but don't have anything to say about the black man? I believe that God is passing judgment on the black community. But no one is seeing the Most High in any of this. No one is seeing God in any of this. No one. When I believe we live in a prophetic time. I believe we are living in a prophetic time. I do believe that most of the black people in the United States of this here America, that who are sons and daughters of the diaspora, are descendants of the Hebrews. That we are Hebrew. I do believe that according to Scripture. I do. But what difference does it make? What now? What now? Because at the rate that this Hebrew Israelite movement is going, I don't even want to be a part of it. Mm-mm. It's almost embarrassing to see brothers walking around with fringes on, thinking that those fringes are protecting them from what's to come. And from what I studied, most of you are not wearing the fringes right anyway. You're not wearing the fringes right anyway. I heard somebody say that Michaela Bryant was killed because she did not have her fringes on. Y'all heard me. Thank you, sister woman of the past. The young lady that was killed, that had the knife where she was trying to defend herself because they came to jump her at her house. Hold up. That's just one thing you do not do. They came to jump that young girl at her house. Shalom, brother
What's
KG.
good, bees?
What's
What's
good?
up, bees?
Not much.
DJ Pete, DJ Pete, what's good, brother?
I'm fine. Good. I'm fine. So much.
Uh,
I'm very fine. How about
yeah,
you, my friend?
that's good. That's good. I'm hey, just chillaxing, chilling.
And so, yeah, okay, Judah. I just I know you noticed I haven't been live for about a couple of weeks. Couple of, I've just been spending some time to myself and with the Lord. I just have a lot of questions for the Lord, and I'm just waiting for answers. It's a lot of questions, like who was it, Jeremiah, or was it Isaiah? Jeremiah wanted to ask the Lord, were we meant to be slaves? Were we? Is that why you created us to be slaves? I was just sitting there asking him these kinds of questions, like, Lord, I mean, when you wake up every day and you heard someone has gotten killed, uh, I was just telling you, I don't know if it was you or somebody that I don't know if it was the day of the Derek Chauvin trial or a couple of days before, where two black men was killed by a Pentagon cop in Tacoma Park, Maryland.
Hmm.
And it wasn't even his jurisdiction. He was a Pentagon cop. Pentagon is in Virginia. So he lives in Maryland, and he was shooting at two black men because he thought they were still in the car, which reports saying they was, but he shot in the car and killed both of them. So, I just want to say it's not just happening in America. Our brothers and sisters are getting killed across the world. Our brothers and sisters are clashing with police in Israel, clashing, protesting. They're getting killed, just like over here. It's happening all over the world. What's your thoughts, bro?
Just let me ask you this:
Mm-hmm.
we down all over the world,
Mm-hmm.
and if somebody told black people right now, stop in y'all tracks, just everybody, just stop. Black people, just stop, everybody, and look behind you, and they go to answer. Look, there go your father. He calling you back. Man, them black people gonna say, man, shut up. Nobody ain't trying to hear that, man.
Yep.
There you go.
Been there.
There you go. So at the
Been
end
there.
of the day, this is what your father's saying in heaven. Since you don't want to hear me, I'm gonna let you die, and I'm gonna let your enemy do whatever he wants to you. Then when you call on me, I'm gonna turn my back on you. And that's what's going on. He have turned his back because we turned our back. We have forsaken him, he have forsaken us, and even our children. So people be wondering why, man, come on, God, why the babies, God? But God is showing you through your stupidity, your children dying. Not because of him, because of you.
I don't
Everybody,
wonder why.
everybody, everybody crying for reparations, right?
Uh-huh.
A broken people want money, and money is the least of your problems. Money is not gonna fix your broken heart, your sorrow, your PTSD, your grieving spirit that you deal with on an everyday basis. All money gonna do for you is give you a temporary satisfaction, and the next day you wake up, you still gonna be in America in a shadow of death. Still gonna be a slave. Our children don't belong to us. Even if you start your own business, you still a slave because they control the RS, the taxes. They
Control
can hit you.
everything.
I mean, so we in a lose-lose situation. So guess what I decided to do when God woke me up? I didn't make excuses. I felt ashamed when I got the knowledge. And I feel ashamed every day because we dealing with a people who
That's
can
where
care less
I
about
am.
God.
That's where
Yes,
I
they
am
don't care.
right now. So
They
ashamed,
don't care, B.
and I'm not asking why. I'm asking how much longer. That's what I ask. How much longer, Lord? How much longer are you going to sit back? And I don't even know if I should be asking these questions, but how much longer are you going to sit back and let us go through this, Lord? I know we are Scottish people, Lord. I know, but Lord, we don't know. Can you?
Hey, bees, hey, we worse than Scottish bees. I'm gonna be real with you. We terrible. We are terrible. When I tell you we terrible, we are terrible. Bees, we worse than our forefathers. That's terrible. We bad, bees, we bad. I'm serious. We are bad. We Michael Jackson bad, bees. We bad.
Whoa.
We gotta just be honest, bees. We are terrible. And that's what be grieving me the most when I be like, all this complaining, all this whining, and the answers is right in front of you. And when somebody put it in your face, you go around the answer and still be complaining.
I
Come back
remember
to your father.
when I first came into the truth, and I remember when I went on Facebook and was telling people about the holidays, and I think it was right around time Christmas was coming up, and I was like, y'all celebrating these holidays, and y'all know we're not supposed to be doing this and this preaching, and oh my goodness, who are you to tell us? We doing it for the children. Oh my, I was like, I stopped. I was like, you know what? Y'all ain't got to worry about me telling you nothing no more.
Right.
Nothing. Because you're going to see. You're going to see. I cannot find these people right now to ask them, the same people that went out in the cha-cha line and voted for Crow Biden and whatever her name is. I can't find none of them right now. Remember how, what? Koala Bear. Remember how excited they were around voting time? You remember when I sent you that video of people doing the cha-cha in the voting
Doing the
line? Ready to
cha-cha,
vote?
everything. Cha-cha and
Yeah.
everything.
And these same people, I bet, do not know about that $50 million that I'm mad about that thing that Joe Crow Biden gave to the Asian community. K. Judah, did you hear about the two Houston girls that got charged with the hate crime for allegedly attacking the Asian women?
No, I didn't even
In
see that.
happened
Wow.
in Houston. Shalom, brother Moshe Ben Yahuda.
Shalom, Moshe Ben
Shalom,
Yehuda.
please.
Hello,
Brother
Mr.
KP.
Ben.
You all
Nice to
right?
meet you,
You all
Shalom
sir.
to
right?
DJP.
You all
Yeah,
right?
I'm good. I'm good. Mhm.
Boy, let me tell
Yeah,
you
I'm
We
something.
are
too.
one family right
Greetings,
now.
DJP. All right.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you something, though. Let me
We
tell
are
you
one
something.
family right now. We have one woman and we are three guys.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you something about that live stream, boy. That thing right there had me tripping, boy. I was rolling. It was funny to me. I'm telling you.
Or
That
last
thing right
early
there.
this morning.
Oh, I was in here rolling. That thing had me cracking up. I was like, I hear you, Moshe.
Baby,
I understood what
sorry
you said.
for a minute. I want to say something.
Go ahead, bro.
All these three people right now, me, Judah, and Moshe Ben, we are
Mm-hmm.
protect one guy, one lady, Bibi.
Yeah, I feel like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
But yeah, these past 2 weeks I have just been crying out to the Most High. I didn't even want to get on nobody's panel and talk about what has been happening. It became kind of like too much. Every day you hear on the news someone has gotten shot by the
Oh,
police,
I got
someone has
something for
gotten
you.
killed.
I'll be right back,
Every day.
bees. I got something for you, bees. I'll be right back. I got something for y'all. Watch this.
Okay. Every day. I mean, and it becomes a little overwhelmed. I got a little
Mm-hmm.
bit overwhelmed. But it happens. It happens. Eve said, wait, that's not, I saw something else that I wanted to see. Who said that? Ray Ray and them. Oh, you know Ray Ray, Keisha, Man and them gonna buy Jordans, luxury cars, purse, jewelry. The malls around the world will be packed. Yes, yes. They ain't
All
gonna put
right.
nothing
All
away
right.
for a rainy day. They ain't gonna put
Let me show
nothing
my
away for a rainy day.
sister how bad we are. How Michael Jackson bad we are right quick.
Mm, mm,
Bees,
mm,
bees, let me
mm.
read this. I want to read this, bees, to show you how bad I'm talking about Michael Jackson bad. Now, this is Numbers chapter 25, bees. And I want you to hear the stupidity of our forefathers. That's
Numbers
why I try
25.
to tell people. That's why I try to tell people there's more bad when it comes to Israel and God than good. There is more bad when it comes to the Israel of God and the children than good. We've been in captivity half our life. Do we get to enjoy anything? Do any of us know what true joy feel like? When something good happens for you, do you really know how to rejoice about it? No. No, you don't. And I'm finna show you what your forefathers did in Numbers chapter 25. Listen to listen to what God had to deal with and what he had to do just to get his point across. This is Numbers 25. And y'all brother gonna pick it up at verse 1. And y'all listen to this, man.
Hold on one second,
It
K. Judah.
say,
Wait.
okay, all right,
Let me take this banner off. I don't even know. Okay, here it is. Hold on one
okay.
second. Okay.
This is Numbers 25, and I'm gonna pick it up at verse 1. And it reads, and Israel abide in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredoms with the daughter of Moab. And they called the people unto the sacrifice of their gods. And the people did eat and bowed down to their gods. Do you hear this? This is after they came out of Egypt. This is after the Red Sea. This is after the manna came down from heaven. This is after the Lord then spoke to these people. They heard his voice, family. He gave them the commandments. They saw the glory. They saw the glory of the Lord, and they still went to Moab and bowed down to their God and also ate the sacrifice of the food. So God had to go a little further in punishment. So what he said, verse 4, and the Lord said unto Moses, take all the heads. What you mean take their head? Can you take their head off of their body? Take off their head. Let me read that again for somebody to say, oh man, God wasn't cutting no heads off. Let me read it again. And the Lord said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before the Lord against the sun, that the fierce anger of the Lord may be turned away from Israel. And Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye every one his men that were joined unto Baal Peor. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation, took a javelin in his hand, and went after the man in Israel into the tent, and thrust both them through, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. Hold up. What might be wrong in your eye can be right in God's eye. And what is right in God's eyes, you think is wrong in your eyes. What you talking about, K. Judah? Somebody will say, man, why would God let this man just go kill that man like that? First of all, God was about to kill all them in the camp. So what he did was did what is called an atonement. Let me kill this man so the fierce anger of the Lord can be turned away of all the people. So what did the Lord say? Since you think you can interpret God's mind, let me keep it going. Verse 9. And those that died in the plague were 24,000. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, have turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, while he was zealous for my sake. But in your eyes, you will say, I thought God said don't kill. So which one is better? For 100,000 to die, or for one man to die for his stupidity? I'm going with the one man to die for his stupidity to save the 100,000. So stop trying to think you can interpret God's mind. Everybody is dying in our nation because we are stupid. And I'm included in the stupid.
Wait, did y'all see what the heathen just did right here? Y'all see what the heathen just did right here? This is the Bible app, and look at what food they got posted down to the bottom.
I saw that. Yeah, I'm looking at that.
Bible app, and look at the banner. I don't know, y'all. I just be noticing stuff like that.
Yeah, that's that shellfish, that seafood
Lobster.
that goes against the Levitical law, unclean seafood.
So do y'all see though? Do y'all see that the Lord told Moses to cut off the heads and hang them up against the sun, Moses, to turn away my fear anger? So Moses did what the Lord said. And then there was a man named Phinehas. He went through the camp and he thrust the man through and he went through the woman's stomach because he was so stupid to bring a Midianitish woman in the congregation of the Lord when you don't supposed to do nothing like that, goofy. So you just gonna go right in front of the Lord and just do what you want, and you got 24,000 people killed. So do you understand why we are dying as a nation, even though you may be doing right, but the nation's still dying? Because God's anger is not turned away from us, family. The man is angry with us every day because we are stupid, and I'm included in the stupid. I'm just trying to be on the other side of the stupid. But I'm included in the stupid.
Right.
Lord say the whole nation is stupid.
Got to pray for that hedge of protection for you and your family. You have to do it. You have to do it. And Judah, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I heard a brother say that the reason why Makai, and I might be saying her name wrong, the young lady that was just killed that had the knife, Michaela Bryant, he said the reason why she was killed because she didn't have no fringes on.
There you go. You see, stupid.
He a bozo. He a bozo. Stupid. Man, I like to get a hold of him and just shake him, man. Just shake. You big dummy. Just shake him, man. It
was a vlogger too. Have you ever heard of Mike Mallon?
I ain't never heard of him.
He a buffoon for saying something like that. He is a grade A buffoon for saying some buffoonery like that.
But you know what, Bees? That goes to show you the majority of Israel, they deal with everything with a carnal mind, nothing spiritual. Everything is a carnal mind. Go look at that video, chicken head daughters. Go look at that video, why you don't got on fringes. Look at that videos, why your head ain't wrapped. Stupid stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. We understand a woman had got to be wrapped in the presence of the Lord when the word being brought forth, but she don't got to wear that thing all day.
Not 24/7. Hey, King Judah, I don't wear my fringes 24/7. So why they gotta cover their head 24/7?
You know, because
it's just they just on some buffoonery, man.
This movement,
because my head is nappy.
A lot of people don't like the way I talk, but I'm gonna keep talking the way I talk. Because I'm going to keep offending you, Israel, until you get it right. Because God wants you to be offended. Because the Bible offend you. That's why you upset with God. Go ahead and be honest, Israel. You know you angry with God for him allowing you to be in this condition. But the reason why we in this condition, I don't blame God for my condition. I don't even make excuses for it. I just feel ashamed every time I wake up. What can I do better to get closer to my Father instead of me whining about what I'm going through? Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to just try to be a better man every day. And I'm going to try to help my people be better. That's the only thing I can do. I'm in captivity. I'm a slave Somebody rule over me. I work for somebody. Even if I'm trying to start a little business, I still work for somebody. Even when you work for yourself, you're still working for somebody because you
Because
don't
you gotta
control
please
nothing.
customers.
Paying your
You
rent
don't
to
control
somebody
nothing.
else.
Very true.
Understand. And once you can understand that, Israel, then you can humble yourself down and stop thinking that these people is going to give you reparations. And what you going to do with the money? They're going to let you build
I
your
don't
own
even know.
kingdom within their
I
kingdom?
don't. I don't even know, or I wouldn't even begin to know how they would disperse money for reparations amongst the black community.
But the money
Because
not even backed up by nothing.
$50 million grant, if you
Yeah,
look at the $50 million grant that was given to the Asian community, it was given to them as a community where they built up things in their community
right, right.
or built up restaurants in our community. Either way, it ain't helping us.
The Lord is allowing us to be mocked in the face of all the nations. The Lord is allowing us to be mocked in the face of all the nations because black people are saying we do deserve something for what we have been through. But what did the Lord say in Deuteronomy chapter 20? Your ass and your mule, your donkey, all that gonna be taken from you. You won't get to enjoy anything. You're gonna
Yeah.
build for somebody else. They're gonna eat of the fruit of the vine, and you're gonna watch them do it. They're gonna live in the best communities, and you're gonna watch them live there. You're gonna live in the worst communities.
And you know what, K. Junior, you would think that because of that, we would come together. You would
You would
think
think it.
that because of
Right,
that alone, we will be concentrating more on what we can do to better ourselves, as opposed to jumping all into somebody else's business and stop the Asian hate. We didn't have nothing
yeah.
to do with that. We should
Nah,
not
we
have been
did.
spreading that. We should not have been donating to none of that. It didn't have anything to do with us. And I hate it.
Yeah, I
We
feel you.
got to fall for everything that comes along. We got to hop right on the bandwagon. On
Right,
everything that comes along, we got to
right.
hop on. I don't understand. That depresses me.
When I first came into this truth, I used to feel bad for black people. I used to like it used to grieve me to my soul just to see some of the things they have to go through. But now, as as I've been in this truth for a little bit, and I kind of, gaining some understanding of some things, I don't even feel sorry for a lot of these black people. They want to be in a slumber. They want to be sleep, and they love what they go through. So what I'm gonna feel sorry for you for? You don't even love
Hey,
yourself.
Judah,
So what I'm gonna feel sorry for you for?
that's where I am right now. I don't care no more. I'm only concerned about the ones that I fellowship with and the ones that fellowship with me.
There you
Anything
go.
outside of that, man, I'm done. I'm so done. Y'all don't understand. I'm so done.
That's
I'm
right.
so done. If you ain't talking about what I'm talking about, bye. See, as we say, see it. It's 2021. It's time to get serious. We
Black
don't have
people,
no room to be playing around right now.
right. But don't you know that the Most High is about to make a drastic move on our people? And if you understand prophecy, that drastic move is called Jacob's trouble.
Mm.
You black people are going to run to God on bending knees. You are going to beg him for grace and mercy. You won't do it now because you got a little breathing room. But when these nations come up against you, you gonna run to God and you gonna be begging. And you better pray that he hear your prayer and have mercy on you.
Mm. Lord have mercy. Because that's where I'm at now. God, that's where I am now. I pray for grace and mercy all day, every day, all day long. I don't know
Oh,
what's coming, and I don't know from which direction it's coming from.
And y'all better come out these camps or you're going to die in their sins. You better stop wanting to join an organization because it say Israel. You don't have to be in an organization to serve your power and your big brother. Learn how to walk alone and stop being a follower. Everybody want to go down the path that lead to destruction, but you only got people going to the gate that lead to Christ. This whole thing supposed to be about the Hamashiach. You supposed to be letting people know about him and how to walk like him, how to talk like him, how to love like him, how to have charity like him. But y'all don't do that. You worrying about your people serving you because you think you the big muckety muck.
Facts.
General
That's
so and
strong
so. Yeah.
Want to lord over their brothers and sisters. Don't want to be a fellow servant like everybody else. And don't realize they're a sinner like everybody else. They're a filthy rag. Talking about they self-ordain themselves them titles, them ranks and all that. They give themselves, they ain't ordained by God to get those titles. They give themselves them bangs.
Johnny Evo, what's his name? That self-proclaimed prophet. Johnny Elbow, whatever, the white dude. It's something like that. How you gonna listen to a self-proclaimed prophet? That's a turn-off right there.
They got the spirit of their mark.
You calling yourself a prophet.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Majority of the people y'all see on YouTube that's been teaching for a long time, they the worst. They worse than the babes that's coming in. They're supposed to be the so-called leaders, but they worse than the babies. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know how to talk to each other, man. When they disagree with you, they gotta call you all derogatory names. I talked to a sister. I talked to a sister, and me and her sister, we didn't agree, but we kept it respectful. The sister gave me her number. We talked on the phone. We got a little better understanding, and everything was straight, man. Told her sister I love her. She said she loved me. Hey, guess what? Everything good. That's how you do it, man. You got to have respect one for another. All that disrespect, it don't even got to be all that. But because everybody want to have a nut swinging contest and a pissing contest, you want to try to show me up, and you want to try to make me look bad in front of people. The man, you just having a dialogue and coming to the table. Because like I keep trying to tell y'all, Israel, only reason why I tell people to come hit the link, because the people they teaching, I'm trying to show the people that they're teaching, look, they won't even come defend their doctrine, but they teaching you the doctrine. That's the only reason why I said, family, to show the people this is a liar, because if he wasn't, he'll come defend what he's saying.
Exactly.
So evidently they don't want to defend it, so you got to question their doctrine. That's the only reason why I tell them they hit the link. No other reason. Because I want the people that's listening to them, bro, you got to read for yourself. This person won't even come defend what they telling you, but they telling you it's truth. So if they won't defend it, how is it truth? Wow, look at this.
This is the kind of things that has been bugging me lately about this Asian community and the black community. Ever since they have been accusing us of attacking Asians. When that came out, man, and I listened to Miss Vicky Dillard from the Fly Nubian Queen Network, and she put it out there. She said why they was doing this, why they was accusing the black people, and it was because, lo and behold, they needed money. So this article says attack of Asian store owner in Houston was a hate crime. Harris County grand jury said. Keandra Young could face a tougher sentence if convicted of misdemeanor assault after grand juries determined she was motivated by racial bias. She was motivated.
Man, they don't look like no black woman. They don't look like no black woman. The one that's attacking a woman. Don't look like no black woman.
Let me just play the video. I got the video right here. Let me just see if I can't play this video.
Okay.
But Vicky Dillard called this out. She really called this out, that this is why they were saying we were attacking them, so that they can get a grant. And lo and behold, that's what happened. Let's wait till this ad go. And come on, ad. And
Well,
I hope y'all didn't
I tell
hear
you,
it.
Tonight, new developments in a violent confrontation inside an Asian-owned beauty supply store. A grand jury believes the attack was motivated by race.
So now the woman charged with
wow.
assault in this case as what's called a hate crime enhancement. That means Keandra Young could face tougher penalties if she's convicted. And we want to remind you, video of the attack is hard to watch. You're straight quiet.
It was an attack caught on camera. An attack Sun Lee wishes he could put behind him.
That's why it happened. Like a lot of customers, they come to us and they give it to us and they pay for us.
At a fair uptown beauty supply store on Perkindale in North Houston, his mom was punched in the face. You're Asian? Chinese? You're But it's what she and her son told KHU11 was said during that attack last month that is now getting new attention.
Asian people shouldn't in the black market. Like, we're not selling like a wig.
Today, a grand jury indicted 24-year-old Keandra Young for assault with a hate crime enhancement.
So intent formed in a second, as prosecutors would tell you. And so in this case, again, her words alone tell us what her motivation was.
KHU11 legal analyst Carmen Rose says hate crime enhancements mean tougher penalties, a minimum 6 months behind bars, compared to a misdemeanor where someone could walk away with no jail time. What weight does the grand jury carry?
So a grand jury indictment in any case is important because it means that we had 12 citizens who decided that a charge was appropriate, but it's a very low standard. It means nothing more than that there was probable cause to believe that a person committed a crime, and in this case, a hate crime.
The other woman charged in this case does not have a hate crime enhancement. We tried reaching both women tonight, but did not hear back. Linnea?
Wow.
But
Wow.
there is no telling what that. I'm not condoning her behavior, but there's no telling what that Asian woman said to her to make her punch her like that.
She probably told her, hurry up and buy it.
I'm not condoning her behavior, but you
She
never
probably
know.
said, hurry up and buy.
No, she didn't just say that. My co-host from the other room said, she said, I feel sorry for your mama. Stupid.
Hey, Bees, I want to read this to y'all. This is Matthew chapter 5 and verse 25, and it reads, agree with thy adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him. Let's say anytime the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and they cast thee into prison. Israel, you are in your enemy's land. So all I'm trying to get you to see is you have to be a little bit more wiser than your enemy, because make the laws that cast you into prison. So if you do anything, they're going to try to make it look like you committed a hate crime. If you steal a candy bar, they're going to give you 45 years. If they shoot your friend, they're going to charge you with the murder. Man, we are in behind enemy lines, family. Be wise as a serpent.
And stop shopping at their stores. I mean, like I said, look, now.
Crystal say she called that nigga.
I didn't want to say it. But that's what I was thinking. She said something.
Yeah, she said something out of pocket.
Yeah.
Hey, Bees, but
escalate like that.
Hey, I ain't gonna be up for too long, Bees. I gotta go to work, man. But look, I love y'all family, and I just want to this. Black people, please, black people. It don't even go by your nationality at this point. Because at the end of the day, when they come up against you and come up against us, they're not gonna say, he's an Israelite, he's a Muslim. They coming up against black people, the children of the slave trade, the true Israelites. So we either gonna stand together, and gather ourselves together, as the Bible say, because a lot of y'all believe God gonna do everything for you. If that was the case, what did he give us a brain for? The Lord is not going to do everything for you. That's why he said, gather yourself together, O nation not designed. And then when you stop hating each other, you stop killing each other, and you turn to me and start loving me, man, I'm going to whoop your enemies like they ain't never been whooped before. So Gentile man and Gentile woman, I leave you with this. Keep doing what you're doing. Live it up. Enjoy the best days of your life. Because when it all said and done, in the end, we win and you lose. And you're going to be a two-time loser because you will never rule the earth again. So go ahead and live it up. Keep, doing what you're doing when you're harassing black people. White men, you keep doing what you're doing, shooting black people and high-fiving each other. Because in the end, the Lord is going to have y'all blood 200 miles long up to the horse's bridle. And please don't be asking us for mercy. Because we ask you for mercy and you fed our babies to alligators. We ask you for mercy and you cut the woman's baby out the stomach and stumped on the head. And you got the audacity to tell us, can y'all show us a little bit of mercy? Can y'all forgive us for slavery? No, we want the same thing you did to us, blood. And I salute y'all, family. Salute.
Shalom, brother K. Judah. That was my brother K. Judah. Y'all heard it. We got to do something. We can't just sit around and expect for the Most High to do it all. He gave us a brain. We should be able to gather ourselves together. That's something we haven't been able to do yet, though. We can't
Because
do
of
it.
ego. A lot of black people got an ego issue. We want to, especially black men, like I always discuss, we have that Highlander mentality. Like on the Highlander movies, when they say they can only be one, every brother want to be like the head honcho. No, we got to work as a unit, as a team. Look at Michael Jordan. He even admitted that he said he couldn't win all them championships without Pippen, without Rodman, and without his teammates. It's a team effort.
Right.
It's a team. You got to be as a unit. One man can't do everything by himself, or one woman can't do everything by herself. We got to be as a nation. I know we got our differences and stuff, but like K. Judah said, when Jacob's trouble come around, they ain't gonna be checking to see what's your belief system. They don't give a damn if you're gonna be an atheist, if you worship the devil. They just gonna see a Negro and they gonna mow you down. In Jacob's trouble, they're gonna mow you down.
So
and let me tell y'all what's gonna happen. These so-called leaders, these black leaders, they're gonna be hiding. They ain't gonna be worrying about it. They're gonna be in their house hiding. They're gonna be boarded up. Or they're gonna be betrayed by their handlers. They're gonna end up being betrayed by their handlers.
Do you believe that we are entering into Jacob's trouble now?
With all the tension, I say 2020 was the catalyst, Sister Bees. With all the tension going on, with all this propaganda that we attacking Asians, I think something brewing up. Yeah, they trying to stir up a race war. They trying to stir up something.
I actually heard I don't know whether it was a doctor or somebody was talking about it. He said the race war has begun. He said they have started a race war. But I'm praying to the Most High that it turns on them. I believe that that's what's going to happen. They're going to end up turning on themselves, turning on one another. We need to stop letting them provoke us, because that's what they're doing. They're using that old trick called provoke. Because they know a lot of us hot-headed, and they know we will jump off at the drop of a dime, just like that girl did in that Asian beauty supply store in Houston a moment ago. At the drop of a dime, she turned around and clocked that lady. She could have killed her. The way she was going at her, she could have killed that lady. That's why we got to stop fighting with our hands. They know we love. Yes.
Because they good with their paper.
They know we love to use these hands. They know we love to use these hands. And so they keep provoking us. And we keep falling for it. So right now, I'm kind of just pissed off at the black community. I'm very pissed off at the black community because we some blind mother effers. Walking around here blind. I spoke to several people yesterday when I was out, and none of them knew about this $1 million that Joe Biden gave to the Asian community. That goes to show you right there. If we're not paying attention, what the hell are we doing?
Right.
If we're not paying attention, what are we doing?
Wilding out and being buffoon.
You have to pay attention to, yes. You have to pay attention of the signs. Jesus gave us signs in Matthew, what's that, 24? He gave us some signs.
Yeah, Matthew
And you
24,
have
right?
to look out for the signs. Otherwise, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm so pissed off with the black voters, the black community right now that I just want to spend time with the Lord and talk to him about it. Because talking to black people about it, it's like talking to the damn tree outside. Which the tree will probably make more improvement than black people. Talk to a tree about the problem, you probably get the tree probably solve it for you. More than you talk to a brother or a sister or a so-called brother or sister. I'm so done with all these YouTube, Facebook, Instagram scholars. Y'all stupid as hell. And if y'all think for 1 minute that the United States of this here America is not a racist country, then you are part of the problem. A nation,
Come on.
a nation that enslaved black people, that took black people's identity, that took everything from the black dark-skinned people, and you saying this nation is not racist. What is it? I don't know who the news person was that said it first, the black dude from CNN, whoever he was, they were saying that the United States is not a racist country. But then when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris said it, if this is not a racist nation, what the hell is it? What is it? And then Joe Biden's explanation, I believe that black people, because they've been down for, I don't think this is a racist nation, but because black people, they've been down for so long, and they've been kicked down for so long, and they don't remember Boy, shut up. Boy, shut up. I'm so sick of these zaddies walking around here thinking they know more about the black community than the black community do itself. Sick of it. And I can't even look at him. God forgive me for saying this, but I can't even look at him because if I got to ask God to forgive me for saying something, then I probably shouldn't be saying. So I'm not going to say it. But I can't look at it. Can't even look at it. Can't look at Kamala Harris because she looks like she's smiling through everything. That's a dangerous heifer right there. Any heifer that you see like they're smiling all the time, woo! Mm-hmm. But who am I? I'm just a little old BB Sparrow. I don't vote, so I can't say nothing. So I don't vote, so I can't say anything. So I won't talk about the voting process, but I will talk about how dumb black people are. What's that, Hosea 6:4 or Hosea 4:6? What is it? And they said, my people, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's Hosea 4:6. I could get it if you want. I can read it
Get
if
it,
you
bro.
want.
Get it, bro.
Yeah, I can
Isaiah,
read it for you. I got
Hosea
my
4,
sword right here.
6.
Hosea 4:6. Hey, hold on, I'm gonna get it. Let me turn that right quick. Yeah. When it's talking,
So
because you see,
true.
they always half quote that scripture. They don't read the whole thing. They only half read it. Okay, let me get that. I'm getting that. I got my, there we go, Hosea 4:6. All praises.
Yep.
Hosea 4:6, and it reads. Y'all can hear me? It reads. Hosea 4:6, and it reads, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. What knowledge? The knowledge of this Bible, the knowledge of this truth. I will also reject thee, that thou should be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. So you wonder why now people, children, getting harmed, why children are falling by the wayside, because if the parents reject the Most High and His knowledge, He gonna reject the children. That's not my word. That's coming from the scriptures.
Right. And
But you see, they don't read that whole verse. They just stop at my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and they stop there. They don't read the whole thing. In the most churches, they got to read the whole verse to understand what's going to happen if we don't have no knowledge.
And it's happening now, because what majority
Yeah.
of black people in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
how many people you know besides us actually keep the laws or actually attempt to keep the laws? You have the
A
church
small
that's keeping the
percentage.
laws. I don't know anyone else besides y'all that keep the laws. Nobody else besides you, Hey Judah, Sister Eve, Brother Ariel, our little community over here. I don't know no one else that keeps the law. In fact, when my husband was in Kingston,
Mm-hmm.
when my husband traveled a couple of weeks ago, I was talking to him on the phone, and I said, well, tomorrow's the Sabbath. And I heard somebody in the background say, well, what's the Sabbath? My husband had to explain to them what the Sabbath was.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And it talks about the Sabbath in the book of Genesis when it says that the Lord rested on the seventh day. That's the Sabbath. But you see,
In the beginning,
we
it
was
talks about that.
Mm-hmm. Right. And that's the fourth commandment out of the Big Ten. That's the fourth commandment. Remember the Sabbath. That's the fourth commandment out of the Big Ten, or the 10 Commandments.
And you can find God telling us to keep His laws and commandments throughout the Bible, from the Old to the New. Jesus kept the laws and commandments. He said He didn't come to change no laws. He didn't come to
That's
change,
right.
but to fulfill it. But people will tell you right
And
quick.
whosoever teach.
Say it again.
Yeah, that's in Matthew chapter 5. And whoever teach men. Oh, I'm gonna read. Let me just get it. I like letting the Most High talk. Letting the Word speak.
Matthew 5.
I don't want to put to the scriptures. It's Matthew chapter 5, verses 7. I'm gonna read verses 17 to 19. Yeah, I'm rather read it from the Word. I don't want to butcher the scriptures. Matthew chapter 5,
Right.
verses 17 through 19. Okay, yeah, because you see, a lot of people think when you talk about stuff like keeping law, statutes, and commandments, that's Old Testament. Boom, no, let's see what Yeshua says, or Jesus. Let's see what he says. Matthew chapter 5, and I'm going to start at verse 17, and it reads, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. But verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all been fulfilled. So everything never been fulfilled yet. Because if everything would have been fulfilled, we'd be in the kingdom. We'd be living good in the kingdom. Everything ain't been fulfilled yet, family. Verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of God.
So
So you
now,
got a lot of
so
people
this
want to
is New
say you don't
Testament,
keep those laws no more, you're gonna be called least in the kingdom.
and that's New Testament. So where do they get the idea that the laws are
Right,
done away
right.
with?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
That's
anybody.
New and
Um,
great letters too.
Sister Crystal said she don't know nobody in her family that keeps the Sabbath or tries to uh, abide by God's laws and commandments. Not even attempt. People
But they
don't even
know how to keep the
attempt.
holidays though.
Yep, yep.
You know, we was one
I
flossing
got, I
on
got.
holidays. Like I tell y'all all the time, on holidays, I used to go all out, especially for Christmas. I used to go all out. You
What?
know what I mean? I used to, spend so much money on gifts, man. I mean, damn
What?
near busting my pockets. But I'm
But when you
glad, I'm
found
grateful
out
for
the
this.
truth, what happened? When you found out the truth, what happened? Had to
I
let
don't have to
all
worry
that
about that
stuff go.
holiday stress no more.
Had to let all that stuff go.
Yeah.
We had to let
It
it go.
kind of
I used
hurt
to
it. I know
celebrate
it kind of hurt it, and I'm
everything.
sure it probably hurted my parents, especially my mom. It probably hurted my mom because I used to buy my mom, good gifts, around the holidays. But and you gotta understand, most of these holidays they commercialize, they
Yep.
commercialize, and it's
But
all
you can
about the
always
money.
buy her a gift. It don't have to be for Christmas, but people so stuck on having to have a gift for Christmas
Right.
that they can't see past nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
I did it.
Yeah.
Christmas, Halloween, Easter, Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
4th of
Easter.
July, all of it. Didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Didn't have a thing
Now
to
some
do with
Israelites
anything.
they don't celebrate birthdays, but me when it comes to the birthdays, that's debatable. The way I look at it, you could give your honors to the Most High, and cook you a nice meal, all that party and vanity stuff, that's go overboard, but it's debatable, I'm not gonna fault a brother or sister they still want to celebrate their soul day, or even they want to go out and go to the casino or go get them a good meal, of course. Long as you give your first toast to the Most High and say, thank you, Father, in the name of Yahshua, you bless me with another year. May you fulfill this year, have mercy on me. But as long as you ain't going to do no vanity on your day, like vain stuff like people do in the world. You know what I mean? But it's debatable. It's just like because it's gonna be debatable till we get to the kingdom. But like I said, I'm not gonna fault my brothers and sisters. They wanna do their soul day and stuff. You know, because we got to understand it's not your day. The Most High ordained that day for you to be born. That's why I can't stand when people like, oh, this is my day. No, you got other people who was born on that day. You see, I got a soul day coming up on the 12th of this month. I'm not going to be boasting, man, this is my day. This is Moshe's. No, this is the Most High's day because he ordained that day for me to allow to be born and come into the land of the living. And he's in charge of that. He put the breath of life in my nostrils, and he have that authority to remove it from my nostrils. That's why we're supposed to be grateful. I'm supposed to be grateful, that he allowed me to see in the day above ground. My camera and mic disconnected for some reason. Yeah, that StreamYard tripping, man. I don't know what's wrong with StreamYard. StreamYard, y'all need to get y'all act together, because I'm sure y'all got a good percentage of people paying the monthly subscriptions. I never joined that club yet, paying the monthly subscriptions. I'm gonna rock with the free version until a good while. But yeah, you did the Passover by yourself, Sister Namaria? Same here. Same here. I observed the Passover by myself up here, but it's like when I fellowship with y'all on a live stream, it's like even though we posted up in different areas, we might as well say we still observe the Passover, as a family, even though we observe it on, but as long as you get an A for effort, okay. Yeah, Sister Bees, she must have fell off. But yeah, I'm just holding it down though. But yeah. But why should it hurt? It is the law. We all did. I've been stopped holidays. Salute. But yeah, it's like it don't bother me no more. It don't bother me no more. But I'm sure my parents and my family had to get used to it. They was questioning. They probably was like, "What I'm into?" They was asking me what I'm into, but they didn't have the courage to ask me like up front. Some of my cousins did though, and I told them, and I don't force it on them. I just try to lead by example, because you don't want to get into debates and name calling, because because you gotta still, like when it comes to my parents, like when I go up in there and they cooking that swine, I don't go up in there and badge them, but man, y'all not supposed to be eating that crap, because you still gotta honor that fifth commandment, that you honor thy father and thy mother, and I gotta look back when I was younger, they did a lot of stuff for me, when I was a child, they took care of me and got everything that I needed, because you got some Israelites, they so dogmatic. They dogmatic dogma, have the dog. It's like they tell you to cut off access from your parents, don't talk. No, you can love your people from a distance, like when they doing their father days, just don't go to their father days. Because if you invite them to Passover, they're not gonna come. Or if you invite them to the Feast of Tabernacles or on the Feast of Trumpets, they ain't gonna show no interest. So why go to their gatherings? You know what I mean? Why go to their gatherings?
Mic check, can y'all hear me?
Can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, cool. My birthday is in 3 more days. I never really.
You and me going too, so
yeah,
me too. Yeah.
I really my family never really celebrated birthdays. We never really, I remember having a birthday party once in my lifetime, So it's just like a regular day for me. I thank the Lord every day. So it'll be just a regular day for me. Thank you, Lord, I'll be 53 years old if the Lord spare me and let me live to see that day. I'm thankful, but it's still a struggle out here. A lot of people have not made it. A lot of my friends passed away from the coronavirus last year, this year, a lot. So I'm just gonna be thankful, just like any other day.
Most High would. I'm gonna just probably cook me something, cook me a dinner, and give me some wine.
And yes, Sister Crystal, me and Julius, we do the Passover by, the best that we know how. We do it together. I don't know of any other family member, any other friend that besides y'all that does it.
Because let's be 100. Even if we invite our family, want to come over to the pet, they ain't gonna want to do it. They ain't gonna show no interest. They might just want to eat the food.
Nope.
But they ain't gonna want to know the meaning of it, though.
If you ain't got no pork in there, they ain't gonna want to come anyway.
Exactly. And then they ain't gonna care for lamb chops, because lamb chops are smaller than pork chops.
Right.
But lamb chops better though. I don't miss eating pork chops, Sister Bees. I don't miss eating. Like when my mom used to cook that stuffed pork chop, that's full of fat. I couldn't stand all that fat on it. Like, I don't miss eating that crap.
I looked at a picture of somebody had cooked some shrimp or a whole lot of shrimp with some rice or whatever the other day and posted on Facebook. And for the first time in my life, I felt sick by looking at some shrimp. For the first time,
I can't stand the smell of them. I used to have a lot of shrimp. Now I can't stand the smell of them. I'll be like, when I went home, went to my parents' house, my mom was up in there cleaning shrimp. That stench was strong. I just had to bite my tongue and endure. I was like, I'm saying to myself, like, whoa, I used to eat that crap. I used to tear it up. But man, that's bottom feeder.
Just before I had gotten diagnosed with overactive thyroid, seafood was something that I couldn't hold on my stomach. I could not hold down seafood, and I could not hold down fruit. Those are the two things that I could not hold down on my stomach. Caused me to lose a lot of weight. But I can say now that I don't miss it either. I don't miss it at all.
And like I tell, like when it comes to pizza, if I feel like eating pepperoni, I'll just go buy me some turkey pepperoni, put on a cheese piece. Problem solved.
I didn't even know they sold turkey pepperoni. We just get cheese
ma'am,
pizza, beef, and that's it. I don't miss it at all, but especially because the Most High said not to do it. I think that I'm doing a pretty good job. You know what? I know that there's more commandments than the 10 that was given to us, right? I know. But for some reason, the Most High pointed out these specific 10, you know? And if we can't follow the laws and commandments, if we can't follow just those 10 commandments, what good are we?
Right.
What good are we? Because what is thou shalt not kill? Let me pull up the 10 commandments right quick. Let me pull up the 10
And I
commandments
always
right
say,
now.
if a big percentage of black people do the 10 commandments, the black community will be a big improvement. It'll be a big improvement. You know? But you got a lot of these false prophets out there in wolves and sheep clothing misleading our people, don't want to teach them. You got the fools out there saying, oh, you can't keep it. Satan wants you to keep the law, to keep you in sin. Talking to you, cash flow dollar, or Creflo
I
Dollar.
don't understand that. That doesn't make sense at all. How are keeping the laws keeping you in sin?
Right. It doesn't.
How does keeping the laws keep a person in sin? Oh, that's just I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Yep, that's the first one.
That thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Honor thy father and thy mother. Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witnesses against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy. And these probably was the 10 easiest ones out of all of the commandments. These are probably the easiest ones that he pointed out to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
So anyway, y'all pray for y'all sister because sometimes she don't want to be bothered with nobody. I'm telling y'all, that live stream, what you say, Jules? He said not even him. That live stream with FOPE, them, that did some work on me.
Yeah.
That made me
I
realize
unsubbed them, by the way.
that made me realize that everybody that say Hebrew ain't Hebrew.
Right.
Everybody
I had to
that
cut them
say
loose after the institution, man. I had to cut them loose. I thought they was on the right path, but they gonna allow brothers on there to teach against the laws and all that and say we don't have to keep the feast days. Say it's a sin to keep the feast days. Oh no, that's a red flag right there.
Yeah.
That's a huge red flag. So I had to cut them loose.
Yeah. They should have did some deep studying on that before they had that brother on that panel. I don't know if that brother was a part of them or what, but that's something that you you just don't encourage people to do. You do not encourage people to not follow the laws and commandments and God's feast days. Because there's ample enough verses in the Bible that tells you about his feast days. If he didn't want us to know about his feast days, he wouldn't have told Moses about it. He would have told the Israelites about it, the Hebrew children about it.
Exactly.
And let me say about K Judah's video about uh, Eve sleeping with the devil sleeping with Eve and all that buffoonery. I, when he said that he looked it up and he could only find the heathen preaching that message, it reminded me of Noah and Ham and how back in the day I was researching that why did Noah cuss Canaan and not Ham? Well, I realized a few days ago that he couldn't cuss Ham because God had already put a blessing on Noah and his sons. So he couldn't cuss Ham.
Mm-hmm.
He had to cuss his grandson. It took me years to realize that. But I'm saying this to say, you had all kinds of doctrine as to why Noah cussed Canaan. And one of the biggest doctrines was that Canaan sexually assaulted Noah. And I looked that up, and all I could find preaching on that was the heathen. Couldn't find
Mm-hmm.
no black man until recently preaching that that Ham sexually assaulted Noah.
Yeah,
And
leave it to the
so,
Gentiles. Yeah, teach crazy stuff.
with that being said, man, please be careful who you listen to. Whoever you listening to, if it ain't backed up with word, you need to stop listening to them. Time is of the essence. I believe the Most High is coming back. I don't know if I'll be here to see it. I don't know if I live to see it. I pray that I do. I thank the Lord every day for waking me up. I'm not even worthy for Him to wake me up. I'm not worthy. I
None
remember
of
one
us are.
time.
None of us are.
I remember one time I said that on Facebook, and this white classmate of mine, tried to convince me that I was worthy. No, I think she ended up deleting me. No, sis, I'm not. Well, not sis, but no, girl, I'm not worthy, and neither are you. And if you're walking around here believing that you are worthy to be alive, that you are worthy, that you supposed to wake up, woe unto you. Woe unto you. If you think God's supposed to wake you up, that you worthy of all the good stuff that comes your way, you worthy of everything good that comes from Him, but you're not worthy of the bad. Woe unto you. As for me, I go to bed wondering every night, and I wake up thankful every morning. Go to bed wondering if I'm gonna wake up the next morning, and when I do wake up, I thank Him. And I talk to Him, and I ask Him to help me make it through the day. I have a prayer that I say all through the day. Lord, in Jesus' name, I pray, help me make it through the day. Because we don't know what's going to happen the next minute. I'm always thankful to the Most High Yah, but I'm mad as hell at black people and how ignorant we are, how ignorant some of us are, how we so damn blinded that we can't even see what's happening in front of us. So quick to vote for our zaddy. You're so quick to go run and vote for your zaddy, and you don't know you was probably better off with Donald Trump. You just might have been better off with Donald Trump. My husband said he didn't want to be the one to say it, but I'm saying it. You just might have been better off with Donald King Trump. You might should have let him go on with 4 more years. You might would have gotten something done. Woe to all of you that cursed Ice Cube out when he tried to get something done for our black community. That brother probably sitting back right now saying, F y'all. From here on out, I'll just take care of me and mine. He will probably never approach. He will probably never approach a government official on your behalf ever again. You probably somewhere calling, where Ice Cube at? Now, and he's sitting at home taking care of his family and taking care of, what he needs to do. And he might be doing more for the community than the government doing, the community that he's from. He might just be doing more or a few people in his community than what the government is doing. And I know for sure that a lot of black people don't even know about that $50 million. Yes, I'm still talking about the $50 million that Joe Pro Biden allotted to the Asian community. Because when I walked up the street to go to the shopping center and I saw that Japanese community in my black neighborhood, that was the first thing I thought about, that $50 million. Brand new restaurants. Japanese. Who eat Japanese food? How many black? Anyway, used to be a Radio Shack, and now it's a Japanese restaurant.
Clean kitchens and gas lines and water lines and
Yeah, had to change all that stuff around. Electricity.
fire systems, all that good stuff.
And I believe it was Sister Eve that said earlier, black people are gonna be in line. Well, I thank God that He took me off of seafood and certain fishes so that I don't have to be standing in a Japanese line testing out their new raw food, their raw fish and stuff. So all praises to the Most High Yah.
Right.
All praises to the Most High Yah. Hallelujah.
I ain't ready to go raw fish.
Hallelujah. I used to eat it. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yah. Yes.
Guys, it's time to go to bed.
Okay, DJ Pete.
It's too late here. It's almost 38 minutes after midnight here.
Oh, so it's 5:38 p.m. where I am. So
This what time we at?
he said a little after midnight.
All right, time you go to sleep, right?
Yeah, he said it's time to go to bed.
Hey, Julius. Hey, Julius. How are you, my friend?
He closed it.
I hear Julius.
What's up?
Yeah, brother Jules in the background. Shout out to brother Jules.
How are you, my friend Julius? How are you?
I'm good. I had to drag myself up. I gotta go to the store.
Don't forget to wear. Don't forget, Julius, to wear your pants.
I got them on. Got them on already, so I won't forget.
Don't forget that, Julius. Every time you get up to wake up, you wear your pants.
Well, y'all, it is y'all heard DJ Pete going to bed. It's getting late. And I think we're gonna close this podcast. Y'all, anything y'all want to say to the listeners before I close this podcast?
Well, I thank you for having me on the panel. Shout out to the family. Love y'all, the pyramid. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Be blessed. Keep that hedge protection around y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here because I probably gotta go run a few errands myself, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna make sure to let one of these defense be under my skin. You know, like early in the morning, that cloud came up in there, you know. Oh yeah.
Have a great day, guys, in the US. Thank you for your company. I'm here. I listen everyone, everything. But I try to finish something for my work for Wednesday. But I hear everything.
Well,
good night from Greece.
Good
God
night.
bless.
Good night.
See you next time.
Absolutely. Have a good night. So, y'all, everybody for sliding through. Shalom, Brother Monster Moshe. Shalom to my sister Crystal. Shalom to my sister Eve, ate the fruit of lies. To my brother K. Judah, shalom. Woman of the past, shalom to you, sister. Shalom to my brother Ariel. And I'd like to thank my brother DJ Pete from Greece. DJ Pete from Greece came up on the panel, showed his face, let it be known that he represent and support the cleanup crew. And shalom to my sister DJ April Showers. Praises to the Most High Yah for her coming through surgery. Girlfriend said she had her breasts removed, but they were plums anyway. So I love my sister. And my sister said those false eyelashes be looking stupid, and that hair is cursed. Y'all stop going to these Koreans. Korean people are the number one people for black hair. They know everything there is about black hair. See what y'all doing for that? Now they profiting off of black hair. The Koreans profiting off of our hair. I'm not tired of letting others come to the cookout and they take over your cookout. Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all pray for me. I pray for you. Y'all know how we do. I'd like to thank my husband, my co-host from the other room, for peeping in. I appreciate it.
I ain't mess with you. You said you going with me. That what you said?
No, I didn't say that.
Take everything.
Chips and dip.
You chip and dip and a dip.
Anyway,
Chip and dip.
thank you guys. Hello, y'all. Chanel, Big Sparrow, BTR. So when oh wait. Oh, we got Sister Eve, you should display your art. I would love to see it. Yes, hook it up. Hook it up. The mission is clear. Are you one of the motherfuckers? Are you still playing? Don't think it's a game, but this nigga for real. Better than this. Better than this, you joking, right? You ain't know I short, so you're all open.